right, back to the aquarium. Yeah, I have nothing.
Over the rain.
All the stuff that I hoarded is burning there somewhere. I don't have a menu that I can open and craft things. It's all done. I can still aim like that. Can I still punch? It won't let me punch. Yeah, Abby is definitely super ripped. The jacket kind of obscured that there before, but super duper swole. She's got those anchor arms going on. Unlike in the TV show version. I guess maybe they couldn't find anyone with quite the right physique for the HBO show. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not like that in the show version. I don't even have a flashlight anymore. There's no point grabbing things. Yeah, the full Seattle Day 1 to 3 stuff is basically done here now. I should have used some more stuff. That was the opportunity to burn it. Oh, well. Too late. And we already know what happened here.
Is that... Stay behind me.
Sad sight that I don't want to think about again. I'm just gonna press forward instead, I think. Not that way. Like, you can kill as many human characters in a story as you want. I don't care. Kill a doggo, and that's not cool. Am I dumb? Oh, it's this one here, yeah. Go embrace the crab. Le gasp. Ellie came and did a thing when we were playing as her. I thought I hit the button to, like, do that. So I was just staring at it like, I didn't hit the buttons. You should stop me staring at the cutscene. But it's not really too impactful, I find, when you're playing this here. Because you already know that this happened as when you played as Ellie. So you go on this whole side adventure and then it's just like, surprise, Ellie's been killing your friends this whole time. Since their stories didn't have anything to do with one another until now. It sure would be quite the coincidence if Ellie just so happened to leave a map that pins her exact location, wouldn't it? Oh, wait a second. There's a lot of conveniences in this story, admittedly. And then we go for the big climactic confrontation. Which I would do now to wrap up Seattle Day 3, but I know the moment it's done, it's gonna be immediately, like, so many cutscenes. And rather that, I'll just be, like, next time.
Just figure out how to get in.
Plus, the epilogue stuff isn't super long. So I think for the sake of having, like, a decent bit of stuff each stream, it makes more sense to do this next stream. So we have this encounter with Ellie and Abby, and then, like, a whole bunch of cutscenes, and then we have, like, the epilogue, which I think, if memory serves, I think it's like 2 levels. 2 really freaking hard levels, but I think it's like 2. With like checkpoints along the way, because they're long and stuff. So, next stream might not be super long. Am I just gonna have like infinite ammo now? I just got a gun from somewhere. Yeah, all the other stuff is gone. So yeah, I didn't even need to hold on to any stuff for any of these things here. But yeah, I guess you took this. Like maybe this was like Owen's or something, or Mel's. I don't know. Do I just have like infinite bullets now? I might have like an inventory that gets established in there specifically for like the boss battle with Ellie or something. I don't remember. It's been a hot second. But yeah, I guess I just have a single handgun and that's it. So I can't take like the flamethrower in there or something. That would be kind of funny. But yeah, I guess they didn't want you going in there with too much stuff, so they wanted you to lose it and do the boss battle in the exact way they crafted, not just like pipe bomb and shotgun to all hell. when you have the big confrontation, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. She didn't even take the metal pipe, you're right. So we have a freaking handgun that we picked up, but not the metal pipe. So Ellie goes into the aquarium, kills Owen and Mel, and is like disgusted and, you know, isn't thinking straight and drops the map that leads right to her location. And now Abby sees the site, like is shocked and drops the pipe and isn't thinking straight and doesn't pick that up. So we don't even have a melee weapon anymore. We just have a single pistol that I can't even preemptively shoot. It'd be so funny if I could. But it won't let me here. So it is what it is. Can't even run full speed, so I can't even crouch down. So yeah, anyway, we're all caught up now. So I still very much despise how you do 3 days as Ellie. Then Abby just shows up, kills Jesse, shoots Tommy, and is like, we spared your life and you wasted it. And then it cuts to black, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You don't have to play 3 days in Seattle as Abby now to get caught up to that point. So this has been like, what? Another like 20 hours of playthrough? Ish, something like that. With all the trouble that I had some of these days. Probably a bit less than that. Probably about like 15-ish. On an average playthrough, it might be closer to 10 because, you know, not grounded mode shenanigans that I had to deal with. Before you finally get caught up to this point and you finally find out what happened with that cliffhanger that you were left on. Like, I'm still not a big fan of that story design because it's like, then you're not fully paying attention during Abby's story because you just want to get through it. So you get to this point with the big confrontation. These two arch enemies finally meet and they duke it out and stuff, and yeah, I don't know. So it's 1 in the morning. Next time we'll wrap up the story of this game. Should beat it because this cutscene's 2 levels. And then that'll be sometime after episode 6 of season 2 comes out. So I'll discuss episode 6 and what's going on there. And then just talk about like the game as a whole. And I have a lot of thoughts about this game. So maybe while I'm out of town this weekend for the long weekend, since I'm gonna be working on a decent few stuff out at the lake that needs to get done for like general spring stuff that hasn't been done there yet. Gotta get the pier into the water. I think we're putting the pier into the water this weekend and launching the pontoon boat, getting that out there. Gonna need to do a decent bit of grafting, sorting out like a whole bunch of things around there, and it's gonna be a decent bit of stuff to do. So while I'm out there for a decent while anyway, maybe I'll collect my thoughts. I probably wouldn't do like a full video essay script or anything, but there's a lot that I want to say about this game. And usually like during the credits of any game, I give like my full review just like on the spot. But then I realized later that I ended up missing important things. And there's a lot that I'd want to go over the story of this game. So like, it might not be that much next stream gameplay wise, but I'm probably going to be rambling here for a while, and I kind of want to collect my thoughts, and maybe this weekend will give me a chance to collect my thoughts. So that after finishing off the story, I can talk about it as a whole, you know? So, that's my plan here. For the game that emphasizes preparing for apocalypse, the game loves punishing you for it. Yeah, I guess so. But, you know, kind of my fault for not using that stuff there. Here, let me go ahead and save game. Is what I'll do as lock there. Here, the earlier one, sure. Overwrite the save data. Then, I quit the main menu. So, next stream, we'll finish off the story. And then again, there will still be like some streams after that, because I want to play this new roguelike mode that they added into the game, No Return. I'll probably do that at Megaland, which, if I look at a calendar here, let's see. I turn on display capture 2. I can just look at like this calendar here. So this weekend is going to be like, I'm out of town, and then this will be episode 6 of Last of Us season 2. So I think sometime within this span of time, I guess not Friday, because that's when Megaland starts. Depending on if we're back on Monday. Somewhere in this span of these 4 days, I'm going to try and beat the game. One of these days will be the final story stream. And then, during Megaland, I can do No Return stuff, since that's May 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And I like doing things that are kind of independent. You don't need to have followed the story up to this point. When I'm doing, like, different playthrough stuff at LAN events, it's nice for that. So anyone can tune into just the LAN stuff and not have to worry about being lost on story. So I'd like to do a little bit of this then. I won't be able to discuss the final episode at that point, because that's coming out on May 25th, the day that Megaland ends. So Megaland will end a bit before the final episode comes out, so I'll do at least 2 streams of no return. One for the LAN event, assuming I have time there, and one sometime after to, like, discuss season 2 of the show as a whole and gather my thoughts with that. If I don't want to... Yeah, I did a manual save there. Curiosity. Oh, that's a confrontation, so yeah, I can load from there anytime. Oh, this would just be at the beginning of this. I was about to say if I could load, like, a specific thing there. Wait, I think you can. Encounters. The, docs. It's... Yeah, so you can do, like, the individual parts of that. Since I already established, I'm doing no more story stuff for this stream, but since I'm still awake enough to do a smidge more, I kind of just want to see here. This should save all the stuff that I had. Let's say I did go in here, like, with no care for all my stuff, and I just went in here trying to murderize everybody. What would happen? So, is it from that final, like, run that I was at? Like, no, it's from here. Okay, I don't necessarily want to do that again. So I need to do the one just before that point. Does it make sense when it said the docs? I don't need to replay that. I don't care about that. So that would be Haven. Oh, a little bit of lag. Yeah, so right in there. Grounded. Yeah. Because when it loads up, it should be with, like, the stuff that you had at that point. Is what it should be. I have my manual save that I'll be able to load again after this becomes my new continue point. I just want to see really quickly for fun. If I went around here... Oh, no, it starts with, like, preset stuff. Oh. This is the stuff that it presets me with. Oh, is this what's expected to be, like, typical for a grounded mode playthrough? Wow, like, next to nothing. What does it give me in terms of materials? Like, nothing. Wow, okay. That actually would make it significantly harder. I have 2 bullets of that. 3 of these. Next to no flamethrower. Huh, so I'd have to play this basically the same way that I did before anyway. And it gives me, like, different preset upgrades, it looks like. So, like, I saw that I had the, I don't have the scope on this, but I saw I had the scope on the hunting pistol. Whoops. Well, great. I have 1 bullet left on that thing. And I can't even try my scope with the hunting pistol. Well, I guess I still can, but, like, I can't shoot anything with it. Yeah, yeah, what the heck? Oh no, you're alive. Huh. So maybe this is what's expected to be kind of more standard for a normal grounded mode playthrough. That's awkward, isn't it? Sweet. 2-for-1 combo. Well, that's my only bullet I have of that. Alright. Yeah, that kind of changes matters, doesn't it? Let's see here. Okay, you guys have fun right there. That's the only bit of flamethrower I have. This probably has more durability than whatever I have. Sure does. I can still do it. They're about to run out of stuff. So... Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Boom. Well, I got that guy at least there. Melee weapon. Look, limited resources there first try. But yeah, I couldn't quite go in like full-on shotgunning everybody like I'd hoped. Look, done. It still works out. Encounter complete. Oh, so you just do like the individual encounter with preset stuff. I think I remembered seeing like the stuff that I had before when I was restarting from chapter, when I was doing that to like try out the different things that you could do from grab with Ellie in the school there a decent few streams back. I had like the same stuff I had at that point. But I guess if you're doing just encounters, complete the encounter can either continue to the next encounter, replay the same encounter, or exit to the main menu. I guess if you just want to like hash out like certain encounters, it would be cool if you could like preset the stuff that you were going into the encounter with. Like you were practicing for speed running and you knew that you were going to have like X amount of things at that specific point. Also, speaking about like replaying stuff, it had occurred to me that it might not necessarily be 2 streams of no return, but rather like a stream of no return at at Megaland, and then sometime after that for other story stuff. I could technically do, there's like these lost levels, where it's like, levels presented an unfinished pre-alpha state, reflecting its state when it was originally cut from the game. Levels not spoken dialogue, only placeholder lines shown as subtitles. So I do think that's cool that in this version of the game, there is like unfinished levels that were originally going to be in that they still let you play. So I could just do like no return at Megaland, and then come back for like one final discussion of season 2 and showcase this stuff and see what it was like. You know? And see like, would have been better if it was in the game or better cut out. I think I heard brief mention of this one somewhere where it's just like, I forget what day this was, like Seattle Day 2, something like that. As you're going to like the hospital, it's just like, here's extra stuff to do. I guess maybe they cut it out because they figured like, hey, this is a bit much in terms of the stuff to do on the way. So this would probably be during stuff at Jackson. This is obviously during stuff at Jackson. And then I think that's Seattle Day 2 that's cut from because they were like, hey, that's too much stuff there. Going on too long. So I can do the lost levels as well. Is what I can certainly do. So maybe that's what I'll end up doing for final stream. So next stream, finish story. Stream after that, no return. Stream after that, lost levels. And then my playthrough's done. So 3 more streams, I think. Probably. I think that makes sense. Something like that. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to the second last story stream of Last of Us Part 2. Next time we're gonna beat the game. And it's gonna be great. So, yeah. Glad you enjoyed the stream. I'ma go get some sleep here now, methinks. So, until next time, take care, and see you.